Keon, big time team win tonight. How much did that play in? Just everyone playing together, trying to fight to slow down Shai and just staying together.
Obviously coming in, knowing you got a guy like him coming in, you kind of got to play together. No one man is going to truly stop him. So we all knew that coming in, and I think everyone was dialed into that. We tried our best and got the win.
Keon, your NBA journey is a unique one. I know there's plenty of career left and you're looking forward to the future, but does tonight feel like a kind of breakthrough NBA moment for you in your career?
I guess it could, but honestly, I don't know. I just kind of I just kind of go out and play, let everything determine itself. But I mean, you could say a game like this would be of that caliber, but yeah, I just go out and try to play the same way every night. But I guess that would kind of fall into that for sure.
Just curious where your confidence is at right now, and what do you feel like you've been contributing while you're out there?
Confidence definitely high. I mean, regardless of if I have a game like this or not, guys are still telling me to shoot it. Still helping me on the defensive end, even when I'm in at the point guard spot. Trying to help me what players we're going to run, spots to be at, what to look for. So confidence definitely high. Shout out to the team for definitely helping me, but yeah, for sure.
Keon, last two home games, you guys made 43 out of 93 pointers. Just want to know, how that's been working for you. 'Cause that's what that's what this team is. They're a 3-point shooting team. But how is that, working in practice? Because it's obviously blended over into the game.
I mean, honestly, just approaching practice hard every day. I mean, knowing that I think what game was that? Was it Clippers? We didn't shoot it too well. So I mean, everyone just kind of put it behind us. Got in the gym the next day. I think Coach said. I mean, everyone knows. You're not going to make shots every game, so can't let that really affect you. Just got to kind of take it game by game. So. We definitely had a good showing the last two home games, and I think it's just confidence.
Keon, to see Fox and Shai both go for 40 on the same night, head to head like that. What I know you're very engaged in playing that game, but is there a part of you that can kind of look at the big picture and enjoy the performances there?
Honestly, I didn't know either had 40 until probably like that last time out. I looked up and seen both have 40, but I mean, definitely not surprised or anything. That's the NBA for you. Those caliber guys are capable of doing that on a nightly basis. So I mean, I've kind of got used to seeing it, so it's not really too much of a shock to me. But yeah, it's just kind of wild. I didn't really pay too much attention to it during the game, but yeah, that's things that they're just capable of for sure.
Keon, you talked about how much help you've gotten from your teammates. What has going up against guys like Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox in practice every day how's that helped prepare you for a game like tonight, moments like these?
It's big. I mean, just throughout the whole summer, guarding those guys in practice, like it just prepares me for moments like this. So all the way back to the first game where I started, I wasn't really nervous or anything because I'm guarding guys like Fox, Davion, Malik, like kind of like you said, they're shifty, so I'm kind of sharpening my skills every day in practice. So those guys are making me better. So when I go out and go against whoever, not really, kind of scared, if you will. But yeah, those guys are definitely are definitely a big part of helping me.
Along the lines of you, obviously coming up in the rotation, what does it feel like to be able to actually close out a game as well with some of those guys?
I mean, it feels good. It's just crazy to think. Kind of just always the dream was just to make it to the NBA, but now everything that's happening is just kind of wild to think of. But yes, it's just kind of crazy, honestly. But during the game, I'm just so dialed in, so I don't really think about it in the moment. But it is nice to reflect on that. But it is definitely a good thing.
And they mentioned that obviously the career high on the offensive end, but what impressed you more, what you were able to do offensively or defensively against this team?
I mean, just all around performance. I think I was able to have that night from on my defense. You know, a couple of the stops I got, you know, a couple of the missed shots that I made happen. I think that kind of just helped me, you know, gain more confidence out there, and you know that just led to everything that I did. So, yeah, I definitely would say they both kind of helped each other.
You just talked about the support that you have from your teammates. Forgive me if you already talked about this, but what about the faith of Mike Brown and this coaching staff and you to not only trust you as much as they did tonight, but to also trust you with the assignment of an SGA and some of the top players that you're facing off against every night?
I mean, it's big, because kind of like you know, Shai's no easy matchup, and for me to be a two-way guy coming in, throwing up to their best player, you have to have a lot of confidence in a guy to throw him out there and play big minutes. So definitely, like, that's another thing when I go out there, I'm not really, you know, second guessing anything, because you know, they're putting me out there for a reason. So just try to go out there and make the right plays, and kind of like I said, my teammates helping me. You know, they're helping me guard as well, so it's not too much one-on-one, but that's definitely a huge confidence booster when you know the team and the staff have a lot of confidence in what you can do.
Keon, career high, congratulations. Did you get the game ball, or did somebody else do it?
Nah, there was no game ball handed out today, but you know, I didn't even think about it, honestly. It was just another game for real, but maybe next time or something.
Keon, you mentioned this is just another game, and obviously life in the league moves pretty fast, but how often do you kind of get to stop and appreciate moments like these?
Honestly, probably just for the night. You know, next day we'll come in, watch film tomorrow, and then it's on to the next opponent. So can't really think about it too much. And then, I mean, obviously, like, if you know, family or whoever's calling, you know, telling me about the game or whatever, those moments as well. But yeah, really just kind of like right now for the game, but knowing tomorrow we're focused on a whole another opponent, another game plan. So definitely can't, you know, sit back and just think about it too much, because like it's the NBA, you know, games are coming quick, especially now.
Appreciate it.
I'm all right. I mean, it hurt a little bit. Can't do anything about it, so just get treatment and be ready for the next one.
And these games like this, where it's just back and forth, just how good is this for you guys to have highly competitive games versus some of the games? A lot of games you guys are blowing teams out, and other games you guys aren't doing as well. But this is one of those hard-fought games.
Oh, I mean, wish we didn't let them back in it, but we did. And even though they went on a run late, we were able to finish it out. So just being able to execute down the stretch and at times get a stop when you need to get a stop, or not give up a three when you don't want to give up a three. Just little things like that at the end of the game. Being able to rebound. Think what they have. Obviously, 16 offensive rebounds is too many, but just being able to get the ones that we did down the stretch definitely helped us win this game.
Darren, even though you reached, you know, 40 in this game, did it feel like you did when you was in the moment?
Oh, I don't know. I don't feel like it was like one of the games where I was just like hot or anything like that. I don't really know how to describe it. When you're just in the moment, like you're not. I can't really say you're thinking about it. I really don't know. I really don't know. I know I had a good game, but I can't say that I felt like I knew I had 40 already.
Darren, you put on a clinic in, among other things, putting your shot off the glass, different angles, different spins. How much did you work on that? How much would you say you maybe studied that?
I actually studied it, like coming up out of high school, just being able to put English on them. And it's funny because I tell people all the time, like the NBA ball is a lot different than like a Nike ball or Evolution ball or a Botan, like what they play with in high school. Like if you do anything with those balls, the basketball like sticks on the glass. Like it's much easier to do it with that. And then like you do it with an NBA ball and it like slides right off. So it definitely took a lot of time for me to get used to playing with NBA ball because there's no other ball like it. Like you play FIBA, it's a totally different ball than NBA ball. In college, you're playing with the Nike ball, Adidas, whatever it is. So NBA ball is a lot different. and that took a lot more practice, being able to know what type of spin to put on the ball. But I work on it. I work on it a lot. Even days where like you're not jumping a lot or you're not going 100, just being able to work on your touch, definitely it's a daily routine.
How have you seen Keegan's in between game grow throughout the course of this year? And I know you guys spent some time together in the offseason. Do you ever feel like he's kind of mimicking some of your moves?
Well, Keegan says he needs to get the ball in the post a little more. And I was like, well, Keegan was a 5 in college. That's what he played. But no, he has that confidence. And I feel like this year it's a lot better because he feels more comfortable putting the ball on the floor. Like I think, especially in this league, to get to a mid-range shot, a lot of times you're kind of doing that yourself. So since he's been more comfortable putting it on the floor, I feel like he's gotten to that spot a lot easier than he did last year. And that just adds a dynamic to him and adds a dynamic to our offense. Just obviously he doesn't get a lot of isolations, but whenever he does and he's able to execute it at a good clip, it helps us as a whole.
Yeah, and get back to, Keegan, and I know it's been well documented about, the offseason, you and him playing against each other. Was that a case where you had to shoot over him, around him? Were those the type of things that you were working with? I know you can run past me, but.
Yeah, just being able to go against somebody who's 6'8" every single day did nothing but help me. And I think it's helped him being able to be more comfortable guarding smaller, quicker guys, because those are things that we're asking him to do. I think we made each other better this summer. And obviously he hasn't shot the ball well, but he knows that, and he knows that he'll be better down the line. So I think we both had a great summer, and I think we're both showing the work that we put in this summer.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you much.
Great win. SGA is just a tough cover. I don't. It'd be interesting to go back and watch the game, but 18 free throw attempts. That's hard to overcome. It is hard. It's hard to overcome. And maybe the officials were right. I don't know, but obviously they had to foul down the stretch. If they didn't have to foul down the stretch, they would have had double-digit free throws against us, and that's third place, fourth place. I don't know what place team they are, but I give my guys a lot of credit because that is hard to overcome when you have a great player like that. And he gets to the free throw line 18 times. Our guys kept fighting; they stayed with it, and they found a way. Obviously, Fox's 41 was huge for us. Domas with another double-double again. That's basically the standard for him with his double-doubles. But I thought our bench was really key tonight. I thought Malik coming off the bench was huge. He was our defensive player of the game. In the last game against the Clippers, he tried to take 2 charges. Tonight, he had 2 verticalities and he took a charge, and this is something that I've been trying to work with him since last season. And, to see him trying to step up and put his body on the line for the team, it warms my heart. It really does. I'm tickled to death. I'm inside to see him trying to make a huge change, especially in something that he's not comfortable doing. And I applaud him for trying to do it. Having said that, Trey took a charge too, which was huge for us. And then, Keon was big. He's been big ever since we gave him minutes. He just doesn't seem to get rattled out there. And teams continue to leave him open. He shot 40%, I think, or from a 3 in the G League last year. We're close to it, if not around that number. And You know, he had a lot of open looks tonight, and he knocked them down. We have faith or confidence, however you want to call it, in him, especially when his feet are set and he's shooting wide open catch and shoot threes. But heck of a game from him on both ends of the floor, and he could have easily gotten the defensive player of the game, but Malik with the 2 verticalities and taking that charge is big. What a block by Keon Hyde, man. Oh, wow. Anyway, the last thing I would say, too, we talk about, although we defended in stretches, we needed every one of the 22 second chance points that we got. And keep looking at Malik. He now leads all reserves and assists. So I keep saying 6th man of the year. I think he's 5th in overall points. So these are special numbers from a guy that's helping us win games.
Mike, you brought up Keon there. When you were going through training camp and getting ready for this season, do you have any idea that he was going to have this type of impact for you guys, the energy that he brings to defensive presence?
The defensive presence, yeah, I felt he's just, in practice, you can see it. He's long, he's active, he's in the right spot. He does a great job navigating pick and rolls and even pin downs. There's guys out there that are great shooters that, you say, hey, you got to lock and go versus those guys. Whenever a pin down comes, you got to chase them over, get in their body and try to go over the top with them, or chase them over the top to run them off the 3-point line. Just like in the pick and roll, there's some guys that you got to go over the top just because they shoot it really well. There are also some defenders, and again, I am not saying Keon is Bruce Bowen. I am not saying Keon is Bruce Bowen, okay? But I am not saying Keon is Bruce Bowen. But there are some defenders like a guy like Bruce Bowen, who you give him the choice. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like if a pin down comes and hypothetically that's Reggie Miller, well, he's good enough to where sometimes he can shoot the gap and still get back to him. Or in a pick and roll situation, if that's a guy like Dame Lillard type player that can shoot the 3, sometimes a guy like Bruce can go under and still get back to him. Keon has those types of instincts, and then his length and his quickness allow him to sometimes recover when he doesn't make the right basketball read defensively. And so you could see some of that in training camp. Obviously, like I said, he shot 40% or whatever it was from the 3 in the G League, so you knew he had a decent stroke when it came to that. But him getting the opportunity at the point guard spot, I even said this in training camp, I was going to give, obviously, Davion an opportunity, but I was going to look at Colby. I was going to look at Keon, and then we also had Jordan Ford there, so he was going to get a shot. He just got his shot. I think Colby was the first one to get it, and then he got it after him. And with his demeanor, it doesn't necessarily surprise me.
Along those lines, Mike,